Okay, wrong thing. It is starting. Oh yeah, it's starting now. Starting the live stream right now. Yay! Hello everyone. I am doing my live stream as always. I'm going to be drawing my characters, all of my characters. I just wanted to show you what I did for last stream, like a few weeks ago. So this is what we did for our last live stream. Was these? There's my character Dix. There's me right there. A little chibi version of me. There's my husband Sona, and a couple. This is my tallest character, and these are two other characters of mine. Another character of mine. This is from a video game that I just started watching. So we're gonna start on a new page. I just doodle for some random reason, but I'm gonna clear that because I'm gonna refix um, the doodle. So yeah. But yeah, I'm going to be drawing all my characters that I've never shown online. For what reason? Why I haven't shown them online? I don't know. There's no reason why I haven't showed these characters online. I just never thought to show them online, or I never thought of doing it. So yeah, I'm just making sure that it's playing because I had an issue where the screen stopped playing the video, and for some reason it just like froze, and I couldn't see what was going on. And I was like, okay, it just stopped for some reason. I was like, all right, that's something. So I'm drawing two of my characters from Cuphead. One is a brush, and the other one is a thimble. And the other one is a brush, but the other one that's a brush is their kid. So who's my Cuphead Sona? So these are her two parents. So this is gonna be like I always explain to people when I sketch and doodle things is basically this is the rough sketch of it, and then the next sketch will be like me cleaning it up. Like this one is like partly clean. So this is like a rough doodle sketch, and I just clean up the whole entire area until it's nice and clean. That's what I did with this one too. Like a lot of them is just like me just doing it like a rough sketch, and then me doing it into a clean sketch. Because that's normally how these things are. Um, so yeah, that's normally how these things are. When it comes to drawing like 1950s or 40s cartoons, I don't know what era. I know what era Cuphead is supposed to be. It's supposed to be like around 1940s or 50s cartoons. So everything like that. I actually had to do like some bit of research on how to draw these characters because I know these characters are supposed to be based on like around the era where when they used to have like the old like stretch, the old squash and stretch cartoon, like Felix the cat and everything like that. I know that's one of the characters that was from old times because I used to actually own a DVD of Felix the Cat when I was young. When I was a little kid, it was around. It was a box set actually. It was a box set of like old cartoons. I don't know how to explain it, but it was like those. The best way to describe it is like on Halloween they have this box set DVD set of like 50 like old school DVDs, but it would be like really bad DVDs of like bad horror movie stuff, but with that, but it will be like with cartoons. Like the cartoons weren't bad; they were like old school from like different companies that I just think that went under because I never heard of some of these companies and everything like that. They either didn't make it as big as Disney did, or they didn't make it at all because I never heard of some of these companies. Um, Most of them were like really old cartoons. Some of them did like biblical stuff, like normally like Jesus Christ stuff and everything like that. And then some of them did like cartoons and stuff like that. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just doing like rough sketches of these guys. Also, I'm going back and forth from my sketch pen to my um, eraser is because my Fleon tablet stylus pen does not have like a eraser, so I'm just gonna have to go back and forth with it, which I don't mind. A lot of people think that's a big issue, but I don't mind it. Stuff, but that's what you do. But yeah, it's gonna be a little bit rough, and I probably might need to fix them up, but maybe I should move him a bit more. He's kind of close to the edge. I always do that when I draw. I always draw my characters too close to the edge for some reason. No, but there we go. Mm. Ah, I know this is a cheat. I hate when you have like a very itchy nose and stuff like that. I'm very new to Twitch. I don't know how to do much on Twitch. I know how to do much on YouTube more than I do on Twitch. Twitch is a new thing concept for me because one of my friends, she recommended me starting a Twitch channel, and that's what I did. I signed up for Twitch and everything like that. I had no idea what I'm doing, by the way, with Twitch and everything like that. I'm just doing this for fun. I just created a streaming schedule right now, so I'm streaming today and tomorrow because uh, because I want to try to get a handle on this and understand the basics of Twitch. I feel like everyone here knows Twitch way better than I do because I'm new at this, and I am not ashamed to say that because I am definitely a noob. I'm pretty much dork when it comes to Twitch. You got noodle arms. I just realized when you draw these characters, they got like noodle arms. Of course, he has his hands in the back of him because he's kind of like this scholar guy. So this character, he's an art critic and stuff like that. So he's like has his hand in the back, his hands on the back, like you know the kind of what the professors do. They have their hands in the back, folded in the back, and just be like, like it's kind of like when your teachers are making sure you're not cheating on your test or something kind of thing. Yeah, I'm just gonna copy and paste it. And you're too lazy to draw the other side, and you just copy and paste the whole damn thing. Copy, paste. There we go. That's even. This is just an easier way, so you don't have to like do the same things over and over again and stuff. If you want everything to be symmetrical, I'm just gonna bring that down and delete layer 11. So everything is on the same layer. I just want to fix his body. I made his head way too small for his body. That's the problem I have sometimes with digital drawing. I make everything way too big. I make everything way too big. And that just annoys the hell out of me. Because I know I'm not trying to do this on purpose. No, I'm not trying to do it on purpose. Yeah, his body's like that. Just gonna fix his arm. Also, if you see me picking the wrong brush as I draw, it's because I am really horrible at seeing. Because I have really bad eyes. Even though I wear glasses, I have really bad eyesight when it comes to seeing a small screen. Hmm? I know it's not my fault, Squish. If you hear a quiet little voice in the background, that's my friend. She's been staying with me for 3 months since the pandemic. I'm just making sure everything's still working. Because I updated OBS, and while I was like live streaming one time, OBS kept crashing on me when I was using YouTube, and I was like, "Why do you do this?" Because I didn't update it, and then I decided to like just have a spasm, a horrible, horrible Twitch spasm. And yeah, it was awful. It kept pausing and kept playing and kept pausing and kept playing because it kept saying um stream is uncompatible with your data or something. It was something like that and everything. And then I was like, wait, what do you mean? And then the OBS stopped working. I'm like, no, OBS, don't stop. What do you mean? I was like, don't stop, OBS. Why? Why, OBS? Why? Also, I'm recording this too. I'm recording this video because I also want to put this up on YouTube too. So because I have no idea how to save my videos on Twitch, so I'm going to just save this onto my YouTube channel, which is the same thing as my username because I'm like I said I am a noob. I have no idea. I have a lot of characters by the way because I keep creating characters and my friends are like, "Why do you have so many characters?" And I'm like, "I like creating characters." It's a problem I have. I have a problem with creating a lot of characters. And they always wonder why do you create so many characters? I just like creating characters. I like creating characters because it's fun to create characters. I know I have many of them, and I know I don't use a lot of them, but I like creating them. Most of the characters that I create are mostly for muscle exercises, like muscle memory, like drawing the characters, like practice drawing and stuff like that. My favorite color to use for like sketching with these is like this like very like diluted red. Very diluted red. Stuff like that. I had this line right here, this is for his face, because when I designed him, I based him on one of my pen drawings I had.
Hello.
Hi.
You looked at me like I was crazy looking at
Oh, hi grandma, hi grandpa. So yeah, I like using this like diluted red color. It's a nice color. Sometimes I like to use like blue sometimes to remind me of my the photo blue color to remind me of one of my pencils I have. And the light in my house just flickered. Please don't. If this explodes again, I'm gonna be very upset. I'm gonna be drawing in the dark. Draw where his eyes are. He has this very like he has this very like unimpressed look with a lot of people and stuff. He doesn't smile a lot. A lot of people are like, why doesn't he smile a lot? It's because I created him like to have this very unimpressive look with a lot of people. So he's very unimpressed with a lot of things. But he does smile. He smiles because he smiles with his like family and stuff, with his husband and his kid. So he does have a sense of emotion. He doesn't smile a lot when it comes to other people because he just finds other people annoying. He gave him like pencil eyebrows. I normally draw him and his husband a lot when I don't have nothing else to draw. Or when I feel like very uninspired, I just draw like characters that I normally don't draw all the time and just draw them and make a lot of art of them because I get bored.
Ahorita, váyanme los retratos que saqué, que no los puedo hallar. A ver. Te pongo ahí, se pone esto, para que se los pongas a tu abuelo en Facebook, ¿ok? Donde él está
I
ahí en
grandpa with
Google,
Facebook.
para que lo vea el primo y luego le manda mensajes.
¿Cómo les fue allá? ¿Bien?
Sí, me cansé de caminar, caminé media hora.
No, pues sí, así.
Because you have a bad back. That's why, Grandma.
Yeah.
You can't walk a lot. Mhm. That was my grandma. She speaks very fluent Spanish.
Sorry about that, because
Yeah, my friend speaks fluent Spanish. I speak no Spanish. I'm Latina and I speak no Spanish. I'm half Puerto Rican and Mexican by the way, and I speak no Spanish. It is a shameful thing. People are like, you should be ashamed for that. And I'm like, I'm not ashamed for it
I mean,
because I have a horrible lisping
I
problem.
have nothing to say. I'm like,
My grandparents tried to teach me. I just became very uninterested of it as a child. Why? For what reason? I don't know. I just became very uninterested as a child. I don't know why.
oh, I don't know. This bitch is
But yeah,
really hot. Grandpa looks so funny.
my friend is laughing at my grandpa's
I'm
pictures.
sorry. I shouldn't be laughing, but look at him.
He's
getting closer. There.
Oh, it's like those like cat memes when they like take a photo of their cat and then they're like, he is like they get close 1 second and everything. It's like that shark thing.
I'm deleting some of them because some of them are repetitive.
But yeah, yeah. I don't speak any. I can. Funny thing is, I can understand Spanish. I can't just speak it. I know Spanish words because I spend so much time with my grandparents because they always speak Spanish all the time to each other. And sometimes my grandma mistakes me for my grandpa because my grandpa will stay in one place for like a few seconds, and then when my grandma is like talking and everything, and she was talk to me in Spanish, and she's like, "Where your grandpa go?" And I'm like, he went outside to fix the car," and she's like, she gets upset because she thought she was talking to my grandpa the whole time. It's funny, but it's like
She's like, because one day she was like, yeah, and I'm like, Grandpa's not here, Grandma. And he's like, oh. She's like, oh.
yeah, because because he'll stay for 1 minute and then he'll disappear the next.
Oh, you go to the living room when she needs him. And I'm like, Grandpa. And then Grandpa's like, huh?
I remember one time when I was little and my grandpa was outside of the house and everything. I had to scream from the top of the porch for my grandpa, and people were like outside looking at me screaming
Oh, I know. That was funny.
and everything like that.
And Grandma's been following ABC7 Chicago.
I made his head. I made his head the perfect size actually. Yeah. I thought that I made his head wrong. No, I think his legs are a little too skinny. I'm gonna fix that. But yeah, it's not like I tried to learn Spanish. I tried to. I just became very uninterested as a kid and everything like that. It was like that unnecessary tool I needed to learn because I had a very bad lisping problem as a kid. I don't have it like as much as I do now. Because it took me a while to get over it because my school was crappy as hell, and I had to like learn how to speak myself because the program that you tried that I needed to take did not want to put me in there for some reason. I don't know why, and I told them I have problems speaking. I need like speeching, like like teaching me how to correctly speak a certain word and everything like that because my list would get so bad that my essays would take like forever for me to do and everything like that. But no, they were like, "No, you're fine," and I'm like, "No, I wasn't." It took me a while for me to teach myself to get out of that.
I mean, I had to learn it because my whole family. So I was like, okay.
It wasn't an obligation for me to because my grandparents knew I had like learning disabilities and stuff, and they know it was more frustrating with me because every time I tried to say something, it would become so frustrated that I would get mad at myself because I couldn't be like properly trained or I wasn't like I felt like I wasn't like connected to the culture as much because I felt like I wasn't like
It's not your fault.
I wasn't like I didn't feel like it was part of the culture because I felt like it was too westernized. Like some people think that their families become too westernized after spending too much time in America and stuff. And I felt like that. It's a shameful thing to think, but it's like again, when you grow up with a whole family of Hispanics or anything like that, you kind of feel ashamed for that because they remind you like, "Oh, why don't you know Spanish? Why don't you learn Spanish?" And it makes you feel ashamed because they kept bringing it up or anything like that. So it's not like always fun. Work, legs, work. I'm just gonna have to put them.
Yeah, but you did at the end of the day who's really there for you when you know the language.
Yeah, más
Also,
pues.
I had to learn Spanish too because my mom doesn't. No
¿Lo
English.
pusiste, Chabelita?
Yes, I mandé a Grandpa's account and now I'm gonna share it on Facebook. It was in the gallery, Grandma.
Oh, okay.
You don't
She
know
also
that
has to. She also had to delete some pictures because you guys kept taking the same pictures over and over again.
No, es different, Chabelita.
No, they look the same.
They look the same, pero es diferente.
You mean
Lo puso
far
que se
away?
pusiera en otro
It's
lado.
close. Okay.
Déjate.
And
Okay, I fixed this flag. I learned to live with that little lady. So. Speaking of which, I have to go to the store next month and get more stuff.
we,
Yeah, we have to go.
we.
My squish is gonna try to buy herself a Nintendo Switch to play her to play her Animal Crossing.
I don't even know if I have enough for that. If I don't, then that's fine with me. I'm not gonna complain.
I hate when it does that, when I accidentally double click in and it shows the screen thing.
Making Grandpa take screenshots to by accident, like Grandma. It's funny. What was that? What was the place called?
What?
That they went?
Humble Park.
Oh, shit, I keep forgetting the name. Oh, I have bad memories. Oof. I remember bad. Bad memories in my head. From Slipknot. You were like with the videos, you were like, oh, there's Papa. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I call like the big guy who's like really tall in the group that looks like a giant like my grandfather. My grandfather is actually the same size as the dude, except he's much shorter now because my grandfather, old men shrink. That's the thing.
Don't say that.
That's the thing. Old people are like shrinky things. They shrink.
Don't say that to Grandpa. He's gonna be sad.
No, he's gonna be like,
That's his
yeah. That's always his answer. If you don't know, my grandfather grunts for some reason.
I know. Ever since I'm like, that's what you said, but before I was like, okay, Grandpa.
No, you were afraid when he grunted.
Yeah, I was like, what's wrong?
And she thought there was something like she did something wrong. I'm telling her no, that's his answer that he always does. It's a thing that Puerto Rican men do. Because coming from Hispanic culture, some men don't like to show emotions. My grandfather is one of those men. But he does love me and my grandma very much. So he doesn't have a way of expressing it and stuff like that, and everything like that. But he's a very funny, very teddy bear like man, and everything like that. And stuff. So with the big guy from Slipknot and everything like that. I always say he's probably because there's like videos of him hanging around with his wife and his wife giving him like a licorice stick and putting it through his mask and everything. I'm like, oh, he's a big teddy bear to his wife. So I'm like that's why he's a papa bear because he's a big teddy bear. He's a big teddy bear man. That's what he is.
Can you do it for me, please? Just give it to them because you're close.
Alright,
Sorry,
I'll be
on
right.
Facebook and
I already.
then
I'll
tell
be.
Grandma some of her stuff still updating on the App Store, but not to worry about it.
All right. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get my grandparents their phone because she's done posting stuff for them.
Because Grandma's like, post it on Facebook. I'm like, okay. You're welcome.
All right, I'm back. What's going on?
Who's the same man that he got us new album, the Chronica one?
Nah,
I like all of them now.
that's good. Yeah. If you guys see me stop for a bit, it's because I'm gonna be posting onto my social media, telling people I'm live streaming now, just to tell them.
I forgot how cute they were when they were tiny.
Oh yeah, a pup named Scooby Doo. I love that cartoon when I was
so
young.
Cute.
When it was on Boomerang, I would watch that stuff all the time.
I like it.
I would watch that stuff all the time. I like it because they show Scooby Doo's parents and they're like
Yeah.
Scoober. That's what his mom said. Like his mom said Scoober. And the gang would like make fun of him like Scoober. And also, I like the fact that Freddy always blamed like one character. Like the character was named Red Herring, and he was like it was Red Herring, and he always said that like in every episode until one episode it was finally Red Herring. He was like, I knew it, I knew it. And then he goes on the ground crying like I knew it. It was like so. I like that show a lot. They should bring it back. Actually, they do make a reference in the new Scooby Doo cartoon. But I heard the new Scooby Doo cartoon is very like it's like very messy. I would say that. Like the animation is good and everything. It's just like it was very messy with its storyline and it had too many characters and they just I don't know just did too much with it. That's what I heard a lot of like cartoon reviewers and everything. That's what I heard what Silver Spark said because he had high hopes for the movie and everything like that, and he's like this was the biggest disappointment to him because he loves he likes Scooby Doo like any other kid likes Scooby Doo. And then I watched his other episode that he was doing, which was about why is there so many Scooby Doo clones, and turned out they came out roughly around September, around the 90s around like the 80s to like 70s they all came out around September for some reason. And he's like if he's talking about like a clone of like Scooby-Doo or something, it's because he's talking about it during around September. So every time he like told in the video if a show came out, just roughly think it was roughly around September because that's when all of these came out and everything like that. Also, the voice of Shaggy voiced one of the characters for the Pussycat Dolls. uh I forgot what the characters. I used to have all my Archie comics, and I would go and look for the guy's name, but I don't. I can never think. I can't think of it on top of my head and stuff. So yeah, I watch a lot of like I watch like a lot of like gameplay videos and a lot of like people reviewing cartoons and everything like that and stuff like that. I also watch a lot of people like saying saying stuff on like Twitter or something. Because there's always like those videos like that and stuff like that. That people just like talk about Twitter and they do Twitter nonsense. And I don't know what's wrong with Twitter. I think people on Twitter don't really like the fandom that they're in. They're just like saying stuff because they're just bored. In my opinion. Because I told this to Squish like the other day. At the end of the day, when you're off on your phone, off of social media, you're still a nobody to everybody. Because everyone here is a nobody. Except if you are a celebrity, except if you're a public figure, except if you have a lot of followers. If you're not at the same level as like Markiplier or Ryan Reynolds or PewDiePie, then you have you have like mm, you have like really no authority on or dictations on things because a lot of people just value likes and numbers and everything like that and stuff like that. And the thing about following, you're supposed to grow your following. You're not supposed to like you know beg for likes, beg for followers and everything like that and stuff like that unless you deserve it and stuff like that. Again, I made my character's heads too big.
I forgot Lady Gaga suffers from PTSD.
Yeah, because of all the traumatic
I
bullying.
did not know that.
Yeah, because she's been bullied very traumatically. Like some people, like she even spoke in an interview that someone actually picked her up and threw her in a garbage can back when she was a teenager,
Ugh.
and she felt how awful it was for her and everything. And I could in that interview she was very emotional.
I mean, I can't blame her. I would be too.
I mean, dude, the audacity of that person to just pick up a person and just throw them like trash and just say like you're literally human garbage and everything like that. That's just disgusting.
It is.
Like,
And I'm like, it's always the schools that always say, we're against this and that and bullying, and then when it happens, where are they?
They don't do shit. They don't do shit. That's the thing I keep saying. They
I
don't
hate
do shit.
it. I'm
Also,
like,
if you hear me munching on stuff, it's because I have sunflower seeds that my grandpa bought me, which I'm really happy for. I really love sunflower seeds, and he knows this. He always gives me 2 packets of like the small, skinny sunflower seeds, and I always eat them because I love them so much.
I like pistachios.
Yeah, she definitely loves pistachios, and we need to buy more pistachios next
I
time.
know, because Grandma and me keep eating it.
I keep telling you, get the big bag, but you're like,
Anna,
no.
no, it's not that I panic, okay? So I didn't know it was a small bag. You didn't wait for me. You were walking way ahead of me, and I was like, I don't want to be left behind.
I'm sorry.
Bitches didn't wait. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll just take this with me when I go. So it's technically your fault.
I'm sorry.
You better be sorry. So I'm hearing this song that she made about her PTSD, and I like it. Alicia, I'm nice. That's gonna be my new ringtone.
Oh my gosh, she had this really, really loud ringtone one time while we were sleeping. And out of nowhere, some random person was calling her. Like, you know how some people accidentally call your number? One person accidentally called her number while we were sleeping. It was like 4 in the morning.
I forget which song it was.
This was 2 years ago. And I don't remember the song. But it was really loud because I heard the guitar and the drum solo playing and everything. And I was like, holy shit, what the fuck is that? Because,
My phone!
because I'm a very like sleeper. Squishy knows this. Anything that touch, any like movement or anything like that, I wake up to. And I woke up to that, and I go over to Squishy's phone, and I press the red thing to like decline the call and everything. And I was like, it's too early for this shit. I'm too exhausted. I'm going back to bed. And then Squishy and I wake up the next morning. She's asking me why I have a sour look on my face, and I told her phone was ringing. And she's like, it's not my fault. And I told her, I know it's not your fault.
I can't blame who's calling me. I don't know
I know. I told her, I know it's not your fault. But god damn it, your freaking ringtone.
what it is.
She said one time she wanted to change it to "Here Comes the Sun" by the "Here Comes the Sun" by the Beatles because I had a dream of the Beatles following me all over the airport for some reason with that song. I don't know why. I was in high school and we were listening to this song nonstop for some reason. I don't know why. What was the reason why we were listening to that song for nonstop?
Because it was morning and I always told you to listen to it.
Oh yeah, everything like that. And then it got stuck in my head for one night, and then
And I got the final countdown song stuck in your head.
yeah. I started humming it at one point in math class, and I was like, "What?" And then I looked at Squishy with a very bad death stare, and she's like, "What did I do?" Everything. By the way, when we were in high school, Squishy was very sensitive,
Yes, very shy, sensitive.
and she always thought she would ask me why I gave her a dirty look, and I said, "Because you put the freaking song in my head," and she's like, "Oops." That was her only answer.
You did that to me too, woman.
She was like, "Oops." And I'm like, "That's your answer?" She's like, "Yeah."
Yeah, that's
I'm like,
There's nothing else I can say.
I would say this. I was a very like sour person back in high school because I'm not a morning person. And when it hit the afternoon, my mood would change because I need my daily dose of caffeine.
I just left the house.
I'll put them on another layer. I don't mess up this drawing. I told a lot of people this, but I told them like some characters who have front view perspective look very weird. There are some characters and some cartoon shows that have very weird front view character work, and it freaks me out sometimes. I don't know why, it just does. And I hear my grandma's bottle caps. If you don't know why my grandma has bottle caps, it's because she would take the bottle caps from the beer and she would make them into like little yarn grapes. So she would like take the bottle cap and she would make it into like grapes. So she would use her yarn and crochet like a purple around it, and she would do it with the other grape with the other bottle cap too, and then she will sew them all together as and make them into a little grape. And then she put magnets in the back of them and put them as like little magnet grapes and everything like that. And most of the bottle caps are from like people who know my grandma that makes like little crochets and stuff. Because my grandma has a lot of hobbies to help with her memory loss and everything like that. Like she doesn't have like severe memory loss. She just has like a mild case of memory loss. So it's not that severe to the point where she has dementia, which is a good thing. Because I don't know how it is dealing with a person with dementia. The only person I know who has dementia is my great grandmother, and she doesn't live with me. She lives in Puerto Rico, and some of my family members are not very good at taking care of her. Like I know, like one of my grandfather's sisters did not take a did not do a very good job taking care of her, and he got very upset with her. Because she's a very old and fragile old lady, and everything like that and stuff. So she's around her 70s. I think she's around her 80s or 90s actually. Yeah, she's very old. She's a very old lady and everything. Um, I don't know why they don't have like a nurse to take care of her, um, and stuff and watch her, make sure that she does what she needs to do. But
Aunties.
oh,
Gonna get something shitty for sure. Oh, okay, I guess. Something about what happened
oh, planters.
with
Yeah.
the lights.
Yeah,
Planter part tie partition. Partition. I think that's the name. Partition.
the one thing about seeds is that they're very salty. My friend Squishy, she likes seeds, but she likes the ones without the shells.
Yeah.
So she doesn't like biting them.
It's because I don't want to choke on the seed. On the seashell. Because it feels like it's stabbing my throat.
You mean the shell, not the seashell.
You know.
Seashell by the seashore. See how that whistles? Because that's how my list is. Sometimes it whistles, sometimes it doesn't. Seashell, seashells, but
Seashells.
my brain just stopped working.
Seashells.
Seashells by the seashore.
Oh my god, I don't even know.
It's a thing they have to teach you how to speak when you have like I think lisping problems or something. I'm gonna draw his head like this, and then I'll just turn it over and everything like that. I'm having difficulties drawing it. It's okay to have difficulties drawing like characters and stuff because I do that a lot. There we go. I have it. I'm just gonna draw these lines to represent yarn. Because his hat is definitely like a little yarn spiral that you use for a sewing machine. Because I thought it'd be funny for like a little like one of those barber quartet hats. I thought it'd be cute like that. There's grandma's bottle caps. She just or because where she gets the bottle caps from is from a family friend because he likes to. Well, when he used to throw like parties and everything like that, he will have like alcohol drinks and everything like there and stuff like that. And everything. So he would give them to my grandma because he's longtime family friend and everything. So he would give her bottle caps and everything like that to use for her like little craft project. But my grandma goes through them to make sure she doesn't get the broken the broken ones, like the ones that you use with the bottle opener and stuff like that. She throws them away. Well, not technically throw them away, more like recycle them. Now I'm gonna lightly draw a neck for him because he doesn't have a neck; his head's floating. But when I drew him, I drew a visible a neck for him so that it can help me like draw his body. Because if you're drawing like a character who has invisible limbs, like take the girl from My Hero Academia who's completely invisible, what you would do and everything like that is you would like draw a full like female body, and then you would erase the parts that aren't a part of the character for that. So that's how you will probably draw her. If you were drawing a character who was invisible or something. So, yeah. It's been a while since I drew on my computer because I've been busy drawing on my iPad. Because I've been learning how to use Procreate. That's the reason why I've been using my iPad mostly to draw. It's because I've been using it to understand Procreate more because I'm still learning how to use Procreate and everything like that. Procreate is one of those interesting tools. I have a love-hate relationship with Procreate. There's some things I like about it, and there's some things I don't like about it.
I really Brandy into Sailor Moon.
Huh? Oh my god, they made Bendy from Bendy and the Machine to Sailor Moon. Holy shit.
That's funny.
He looks good with little pigtails. Now my squishy's losing her
I'm
shit.
sorry, it looks so funny, cute.
We're having tostadas later. I like tostadas. Grandma, you want me to crack your back? I'll be right back. I'm gonna go crack my grandma's back. Alright.
Ah, pobrecita.
You here?
Yeah. Good. Yeah, I have to crack her back because my grandma has scoliosis, so she has really bad scoliosis. Her back is crooked and it's bending very awkwardly.
Oh my god.
She's not laughing at my grandma. She's laughing at Amethyst being Sailor Moon. That's
Yeah.
actually a really good drawing.
No, not a grandma. I'm laughing at how they drew it.
No, I have to clarify that because they don't know what you're laughing at.
Yeah. But yeah, that's
Yeah. But yeah, my grandma has like a very bad crooked back. She has like scoliosis. The doctor said it could be fixed with surgery, but my grandma's at that age where she's like, no, got too much surgery, not doing another. I see you.
funny.
But yeah. She's at the point where she had so many surgeries done because my grandma literally got a lot of surgeries done before even I was born and stuff like that. I think that like even after my dad was born, she got like a lot of surgeries. Um, because she has a lot of health issues. Like like me, I have a lot of health issues as well. Um, and stuff. So hers are more severe because due to her age. Because you know, older people are more prone to more horrible stuff than young people are. But it depends on like your immune system too. Because I have a really bad immune system. I had to went to the emergency room to get like to get checked out for like my leg, and they said there's nothing wrong with your right leg or anything like that. And I'm like, then why does it hurt so bad? And my therapist believes I probably might have a very bad inflammatory immune system. And I was supposed to go to the doctor to diagnose it, but due to the pandemic, I can't go. So, so I was like, yeah, I'll just wait until the pandemic's over and reschedule my appointment and stuff like that. Just a bunch of like doctor stuff and everything like that. I go to a lot of appointments. I see a lot of specialists, especially for my right eye. I go every 6 months to the eye doctor, and some people are like, "Why do you go every 6 months to the eye doctor?" It's not like for like my glasses; it's for my right eye, specifically my right eye. I go to an ophthalmologist, which specializes in like eyes, eye surgeries, and stuff. Because I had injections in my eye due to the fact that I had fluid in my eye, due to a coping amount of stress and stuff like that. Because it's due to my anxiety, due to my anxiety, like I have severe anxiety, to the point where I actually have to. I do certain little things that annoy people because they see it as weird or unnormal. But the things that I do to cope with me, it's actually helpful to me. It's just like a small little coping mechanism. for me. Like the things I do aren't like bad things. They're like if I don't have gum to chew on, because chewing gum, like chewing a whole wad of gum, is like if you hear that sound of paper, it's because it's my reference paper because I had these characters referenced on paper and everything. So that's as what my favorite artist would call Twisted Desire, saying paper ASMR. But yeah. But yeah, chewing a whole bunch of gum is like a form of like releasing anxiety and stuff, and I think that's what my grandma does because she chews a lot of gum like I do, to the point where we actually have to buy like 6 packets of gum for us because we finish it all because due to the high level of like stress and anxiety we have in this household and everything like that, and it's like it's like things that we have no control of, like I was so stressed out because my medical card wasn't working well, and if I'm a diabetic
At the wrong time.
at the wrong time because of the whole pandemic thing,
Yeah.
and everything like that.
It pissed me off too. I was like, are you fucking serious, you assholes?
I mean, I'm a diabetic and I need insulin for me because I'm insulin dependent and everything. I'm dependent on insulin. There's no way that a diabetic, a type 1 or a type 2 diabetic, to survive without their insulin
And they won't understand that. I think it's easy
and
on
everything
you
like that.
assholes.
I have to actually switch out of my insulin pen to go on the vial because my insurance can no longer cover my pens anymore. And Squishy knows this because she's seen me freaked out when I was crying when I had to get a with needles, because needles in general, like shots or anything. She saw me freaked out crying when I had to get a IV into my arm because due to the fact I had so many blood work done on my vein that they said if they did any more, my vein would explode and everything like that. And I started crying and started having a panic attack because I have severe fear of needles due to a traumatic accident that happened to me as a kid with needles and everything like that. And I just hated. I just hated and hated and hated it. This me.
I told you you would sneeze.
Yeah, you were right. Yeah, I have allergies, by the way. My grandma has plants in the house, and I'm allergic to pollen.
Yeah, she still doesn't.
Yeah, my grandma don't give no shits. She just tells me to take an allergy pill and just suck it up. She's the same way too. She takes allergy pills and she sucks it up because she loves her plants. She loves me, but she loves her plants too. Make them.
Surprisingly, today isn't really hot. It's really good.
Yeah, because it was raining all last night.
Which is good. Rain more.
Also, while you were sleeping, I went in the kitchen and made me some Nesquik.
Anna! Mine is quick! I thought you didn't like it.
I know, I drank some so it could help me sleep because some chocolate milk always helped me sleep. So I made some Nesquik and everything, and then I actually knocked the fuck out. I was like, trick to life. If you're someone who has trouble sleeping like I do, drink your favorite sleepy time drink, and then you'll just knock out instantly. If not, then go see your doctor to help give you some medication to help you sleep. I'm a person that suffers from really bad insomnia. So does my grandpa. He suffers from really bad insomnia too. He needs a sleep analyst test, and the only way to get a sleep analyst test is if you get it from if you get it from your psychiatrist. I actually was supposed to take one, but again, the pandemic. I have to take a lot of specialist tests. A lot of people don't know that I have to take a lot of specialist tests for my mental state because I suffer from a lot of like mental and health issues. I suffer from a lot of that, and I need to go see doctors for like a. You have no idea how many appointments I go through a month. Hello. Funny thing enough, I've only been to like one appointment, and that was my diabetic doctor, and I'm not able to go see other specialists that I had appointments with this year because due to the pandemic and everything like that. So also my sleep has not gotten any better since the pandemic. No, has not gotten any better at all. At all. I am suffering from the worst possible sleep. I actually, like, literally, me and my friend could not, like, sleep for 2 nights because of how bad the heat was and how bad my sleep was and everything like that. I do not suffer from I suffer from really bad. I'm making his thighs really big. I'm making his thighs. Well, not that big. I think I'm making his legs a little too chunky. Ah, that's fine. His legs can be that chunky. What do you think, Squishy? What do you think? Too big?
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah, because that's how I designed them. Anything like that and stuff. Too big, too chunky. I made him shorter than his husband because I actually made him the same height. I'm like, I'm gonna make one short. Why did I make one short? Because I have a lot of tall characters and I don't have a lot of short male characters, so I'm just drawing a lot of like. So I'm just changing some characters' height because I have too many tall male characters. I literally make like characters that are really tall. I think because I like to play with body proportions and body size and body heights and everything like that, make them like abnormally tall. Make them really lanky too. I'm just gonna do a small cleanup. How's everyone on this fine day? Everyone doing good? I hope everyone's doing good. Hope everyone's staying safe and washing their hands.
Wash your damn hands.
I like the shirt that Twisted Disaster made. She's like, wash your goddamn hands. Like literally that's a shirt on her like Redbubble. I'm like, yeah, go wash your goddamn hands. I always wash my hands. Everything like that. Everyone needs to go wash their hands and everything like that. I feel like this pandemic brings out the worst in people because every time I go on to like Twitter, there's always like someone talking about someone trying to like do something horrible in the art community, or this person is a bad person and everything like that. Like I found out like someone was doxing an artist that I don't follow, but it was on my feed. on everything because the one of the artists that I follow was following this person, and they were talking about how this person doxed them into into trying to work with somebody that was really famous. I don't know who was the person they were talking about or anything like that, but they literally just dox them so they can like work for this famous person because they really wanted to work in that field. And like I'm like no, no, that's a bad way of showing your appreciation for someone, or like literally trying to get close to someone because they worked in the industry longer than you have and you really want to work with this person. No, you don't do that. That's not right. You don't dox a person because you find out they work for somebody and has their information. This person even said that they were just acquaintances with them and they never actually worked with them previously. They were just acquaintances with them. And so this person asked if they could like get this person number, and they like threatened them like for a week or something and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, what is wrong with people? I forgot to. I don't get some people sometimes. Reason why I got these guidelines. Oh, by the way, if you hear a lot of noise, also if you hear a blowing noise, that's my fan because my friend here is very, very, very hot. My room is like an oven because I have no windows. That is not a lie. I legit have no windows, and I have probably complained about it all over my social media that my room has no windows, and I will scream it to the heavens until I move out of this place, or until the pandemic's over, and then I can move out of this place because I have no goddamn.
I wanna like. My posters has been in the closet forever. And I want a Lady Gaga poster too. And I want my corn and my slana. And my Sing Fantasy. Grab's gonna be like, what the heck? She's gonna think you look funny.
She's gonna think you're just a bunch of performers. Oh yeah, this character, this one does not have a nose, but he does have like cute little butt teeth. Hi, Emma. He has cute little butt teeth and he has cute little freckles. Little freckles. Cute freckles. I made my stylist flip. Excuse me. I have a lot of characters. I'm gonna say that a lot. I'm gonna say I have a lot of characters a lot. Because I do have a lot of characters. And his head is still too big.
Still too big.
I swear to God, if OBS crashes right now, I'm gonna scream to the heavens. I'm still worried about this. OBS still playing. Still playing. Okay. I just worry about OBS breaking down on me. That's what I worry about most, is OBS breaking on me. Where's Orange? The body still doesn't look right to me. It's spending all this time on this one character. I know, I'm just saying all this. Oh, crap, I erased his face. This time on this one character. Again, sorry for the munching sounds. Those are just me eating sweets. Because I like seeds. Seeds are good for you. Seeds are healthy for you. People should try eating seeds. Even though my friends say I eat them like I'm a bird.
I'm a bird too.
That's because you eat pistachios.
That's
My fish likes pistachio, but I never think she has pistachio ice cream.
fine. Yeah. Probably it's gonna, I don't know how it's gonna taste. Probably kind of weird.
It probably might taste more vanilla because people say when they eat avocado ice cream, it tastes like vanilla. Avocado ice cream. I'm gonna probably put it on another layer. So.
My bitch is like waiting here like for people to join, and I'm like,
Join for what?
oh, for co-op, for the to fight the things together, and then you got extra XP and stuff.
For
And
what?
I'm like,
For the one that with the girls or the
yeah,
one with the
girls.
dress? I was thinking like Dragon Ball Z.
No, no, the girls.
Okay.
I'm like,
Just your typical Friday, just pour it out your mind and just doing some drawing.
but it's good though. At least one person's here with me, and we have to wait for one more fucking person.
Co-op matches, where you get to wait for people for the longest of time.
Forever.
You like that SpongeBob me?
Forever. Forever.
It's SpongeBob forever. We've been doing SpongeBob memes because we've been watching the Bikini Gamma Bikini Bottom game that's made by this guy
Yeah.
Microwave, and we've been seeing a lot of people playing. We're waiting for him to like make updates to the game because we actually really enjoy those people playing those games, everything and stuff. And we've been doing nothing but SpongeBob memes to each other for some reason, and everything. Because I was just thinking the joke that Patrick's mayonnaise an instrument, and Scooter's like no, and he's like horseradish is not an instrument either.
Oh, do you remember that episode where the villain's trying to be a good guy? And Patrick's trying to teach him to give the person their wallet back.
Yeah.
He's like, that's not my wallet. He's like, this is your name, Patrick Star. He's like, yep. He's like, that is yours. And he's like, it's not mine. And I'm like laughing because of it. I was like, oh my god. Yeah, you think that episode?
Yeah, I think that I was right. It's with Man Ray.
Yeah. That's not my wallet. Oh my god.
I also make a joke about that on my Instagram live stream when I was doing my drawing on my sketches, saying that I have big meaty claws because I actually have big hands. I have like
Yeah.
really really big hands and everything like that. So I just decided to make the joke. I have big meaty claws, anything like that. So. Also, there's that meme of like the guy who keeps breaking his leg. He's like, my legs.
Oh my god.
and then me and Squishy were making fun of like the Doodle Bob episode because I was like, I am SpongeBob, destroyer of evil. Relax, it's just a drawing. I don't know why. We're a bunch of kids when it comes to SpongeBob. You doodle, me SpongeBob. I don't know. A lot of people from my elementary school when I was a kid would say Doodleball was the most creepiest episode ever for them.
For me, it was funny.
I was like, how is it creepy? He's like, because the doodle just like, it's like a horror movie kind of thing. And I'm like, it's not like a horror movie. No one dies except for the doodle. He just gets erased. It's not like they're doing bloodshed or anything like that and stuff. But but they're like, but it's kind of creepy though because he goes out hunting for SpongeBob and everything like that. Yeah, that's the
I
point.
mean,
That's the point. It's basically showing like if you create something, it's going to go after its creator and stuff. Oh, have you seen those memes where animators make self references jokes? Yeah, it's basically people who think the animation industry is easy, and they put like jokes saying, "Oh, we should get animators more credit what they work for," and stuff. It's like self insert jokes and everything like that. I love them. But I'm gonna just scribble for a minute, guys, because I'm gonna see if my pen is still working. Yeah, it's still working. It's still working. It just stopped for a minute. Is my tablet not compatible with my thing again? I'm just gonna do this and then redo that. Okay, there we go. It's not smooth. It's not smoothing everything out now. I'm just making sure. We were watching the Addams Family movie.
we were watching the original first, and then we
and
were watching the other one because Anna told me that she wanted to watch the movie, and I was like, "What? Are you okay?" Because usually we don't watch movies together. I mostly watch things myself, so it was kind of weird. I was like,
I don't watch public television anymore, so
our movies. That's what
our
I'm like.
movies. I only watch them when I get a feeling like I want to watch them. And I felt like I want to watch the Addams Family movie and everything like that and stuff because I did not go see the animated one, and me and her got the animated one and we watched it. And it was okay. It just a little few gripes and complaints from me and stuff. Not about the animation style because the animation of the characters were supposed to be based on the New York Times, the New Yorker magazine, where they made critical person who created it chose that kind of style for Gomez, Morticia, and everything else and stuff. But I did enjoy the movie. Just a few gripes here and there. It felt like a straight to DVD kind of movie. That's why I told my friend Squishy. It felt like a straight to DVD, so it felt like a lazy cop out for the movie. And the movie wasn't bad. It just needed some improvements and tweaking and everything like that. Because with the Addams family, you can make them as weird as you want and make the story as weird as you want. Because the Addams family is supposed to portray that one family that isn't like the rest of the family. Basically, it's supposed to be the version of the 1950s kind of family, but in a very dark and comedic way. Basically, like they like the opposite of what a normal basic family should like. Everything like that. Also, I was telling Squishy that I really enjoy like the television show of the Addams Family, the old school one, the black and white one, and then the new Addams Family one, which that was called. You can watch it on YouTube. I really enjoyed that one because it was really good. It gave you more depth about the Addams Family. Um, I really enjoyed the Addams Family. I grew up with the Addams Family. I really like it. And the actress who played Morticia back in the movie of the Addams Family movie and the Addams Family Value, the woman who plays Morticia, she is a very good fit for Morticia. If they ever were to bring back the live action movie of the Addams Family, they should find a really good person to fit Morticia. Because they need a woman to fit like her very chiseled features, but also make her like a very motherly, but very like sexually beautified woman, because that's what Morticia is about. She's about being like this very feminine, but also very like sex appeal kind of lady. Because that's how she is portrayed. She's not like a sex object. She's more like a very empowered mother, but in a very empowered mother to the point where she's like knows like, yeah, I have two kids, and I'm also very beautiful and attractive, and I love my husband with a fiery passion for the thousand suns. That's how Morticia and Gomez are. They're like they have the hots for each other, and of course they love their kids. They're very good parents, and they're very lovey-dovey with each other. But they're mostly good parents at the end of the day. And I told this to my friend Squishy is like I hate the fact that people keep making puzzly like very like not like his family. That's the only problem I have with Pugsley, because everyone creates Wednesday like how she's like her mom. Then why don't you make, because Pugsley is supposed to be like a representation of like,
Is this mine? No, that was yours.
no, this is yours.
Oh,
The
okay.
thing flipped down. But yeah, Pugsley is supposed to be a representation of his uncle Fester and everything like that. And he likes explosives and demolition stuff like Fester does and everything like that. And that's the only gripe I have about it, is that if you make Pugsley like this soft, like not like his family kind of thing, it kind of ruins the atmosphere of the Addams family, because he doesn't fit in with his family. He feels more like a normal person.
It's like very uncomfortable.
It's very uncomfortable because Pugsley is supposed to be the one that's like like has a very close relationship with his dad, but also has a close relationship with his Uncle Fester. So he's like a mix of them, but he's more a mix of his Uncle Fester, where he likes to blow things up and everything like that. Where like he likes destruction. He likes to break things up. Like in the Addams Family movie, the 1980s movie, I think 1980s, 1970s. I don't know what year that movie was made, but it's an old school movie. But he takes like a postage sign, like a stop sign,
Oh yeah.
and the family waits and hears it, and they're like, "Bravo, Pugsley," and everything, and he's very like that. But if you make him like the opposite of like his family, it's not going to work. And like all versions of Pugsley I see, I don't like how people just make him like not like make him like clean like his family, but he's still an Adams. It's just that I want him to be more like a mixture of his dad and his Uncle Fester. Like they had him in like the cartoon series, and he had him in the movie and stuff like that, because he fits in with like his sister Wednesday and stuff like that. Even though they do like terrible things to each other, they do it in a fun, loving way. Just a small little gripe and everything like that and stuff. I could play about like small little things, like small little things like things I really enjoy. Because the Addams Family, I really enjoy and everything like that. Of course, there was the Addams Family cartoon and everything like that, and of course they had Pugsley be all wild, and crazy, and everything like that. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna just leave this for now and just move on to the other thing I was doing and drawing other characters. Sometimes they would just draw their heads and everything like that. I'm going to draw my Monster Prom characters.
That's good.
Just, I'm gonna move on to drawing. I will draw his arms later. I'm gonna leave him.
That's my arm instead of my legs.
I
My
know.
legs.
My arms. We do too much SpongeBob jokes.
I'm sorry. I love how SpongeBob used to be, but not as much anymore.
The newer SpongeBob episodes are not that.
They're not like I mean, developed. I don't know. It's just me. Like
I
there isn't a
mean,
lot of passion for each character like he used
some of the old crew just stopped working on SpongeBob, and of course, his creator passed away. So rest in
Yeah.
peace.
I saw this short film about it. How they were trying to revive SpongeBob, but they couldn't, and he died anyways.
Mhm.
And I was like sad. I was like, no, why do you do this to me? I was crying.
I mean, the creator who created SpongeBob created basically the most iconic mascot for Nickelodeon, and Nickelodeon should be proud to have SpongeBob as like their face mascot, like how Disney has Mickey Mouse as their mascot. SpongeBob is basically their front man. That's why they show more of his episodes because SpongeBob has been there much longer. So one of the brothers is the older brother, and the other siblings, the other two are twins. Well, they're fraternal twins because one is a transgender character. I think I'm just gonna draw their heads. Because with full bodies, they take much longer because you gotta figure out their poses and everything. So this one, I'm just gonna draw their heads to shoulders. Everything like that. Bless you! Yeah, my grandpa sneezes loud as I do. I have the same sneeze as him and it's very squishy a lot. She doesn't like it. Scary. Scary. I just realized I gave him my hair.
Oh yeah.
I totally forgot I gave the male guard my hair. Ah, fuck it. I'm gonna draw him anyway. I will tell you this, I can't finish a whole bag of seeds. Give me water!
I can't.
Go!
You're closer.
Go!
How can I go through? No, you
Go!
I can't
Give
go
me
through
water.
here. I can't go through here, woman.
Go! No.
We're not even married and we're already arguing.
We're not even a
I
couple.
don't consent to you at all. I'll cheat on you.
You are an oddball, you know that, squishy?
I'm bald?
No, you're an oddball. Not that you're bald. You're not even bald. The only person in this house that's almost bald is Grandpa.
What?
Grandpa's almost bald.
You said grandma, I'm like,
No, my grandma's not bald. Grandpa.
excuse me.
You can get through.
No, I can't.
Me and Squishy like to play around a lot and everything like that. Hold on, I'm gonna fix up my station here. Ugh. I dropped my piece of paper. I'm gonna fix the. No, go back. No, I said back. I'm gonna fix the brothers guidelines because I don't like how those look. My grandma needs her knife sharpened. It's dull. She's trying. My grandma's making tostadas, so that's why. And with tostadas, we put lettuce, tomatoes on our chicken. So these are like wizard. What's the word I'm looking for? They're not fairies. They are. I don't remember what they're called. They are wizard. They're wizards and they're half forest nip. Nip. They're a nip. They're half nip. That's
Not grandpa, the other grandpa.
I got tired of sitting on the floor.
I knew you would. I knew you'd come to the bed like me. No.
Hey, don't do that. Cancel. We're not done yet. Yeah, because my thing says, "Do you want to delete? Do you want to save this?" And I'm like, "No, not yet."
I have water. Grandpa was also sharpening the knife.
Yeah, I know. I heard him. I heard Grandma says to ask him if he sharpened her blade, and he said no. Yeah, so she told him, "Come over here and sharpen it then." This is the older brother. He's around 32 years old, but he looks young because if you don't know about forest nymphs, they look very young. So their mother's a forest nymph and their father's a wizard. Or their mother's a wizard and their father's a forest nymph. I haven't thought of what their parents look like. So make it as you will. But I'll think of their parents one of these days if their father is a wizard or their mother is a forest nymph. All I know is that they're half wizard, half nymph. So they know magic and they know how to grow trees and everything like that. Yeah? Hold on. Yeah. Hello. Okay, early this morning, my grandma and I thought we had a giant pork tenderloin. Nope, we have a giant piece of beef. Because she started cutting it and she called me over because we were both wrong because the thing did not have a label because we got it from a food shelter thing because we needed more food because we were running out of my house and everyone in my family has very low income right now until next month until we get our money next month to pay off the rent and stuff like that. So we didn't know what it was because the people that gave it to us didn't have like what it was because it was like really pinky and stuff. So we just thought it was pork because it looked like a pork tenderloin. But nope, turns out it's like beef and everything. So my grandma's like chopping it up and making it into like meat cubes so she can make beef stew with it. And she's slicing it now into thin pieces so she can make steak for tomorrow for us. So lucky, huh? It's like a giant big piece of beef. So the pink stuff is just basically just all its fat. So yeah. So yeah, that's what's going on. So we have beef and stuff to make beef stew. Yay! I actually like beef stew. Beef stew was good. My friend Squishy likes beef stew. She likes the way my grandma makes it. She never had beef stew because she came over to my house. Now she likes beef stew. So like, every time my grandma makes stew, it makes her mouth water because Squishy never had beef stew. So I made her some beef. So I gave her some beef stew with rice, and then I put it together and she mixed it into like because her mom doesn't know how to cook very well. Yeah, her mom doesn't know how to cook very well, and her grandma is very controlling of her kitchen and stuff like that. Everything like that.
It's kind of unfair because we don't have cheese there.
I remember all
Yeah.
the. I know, and most of the payments are going through like water bills, going through light, lighting, and going or like essentially like over the house. Yeah, we just kept looking around and everything. Asking her if she's okay or not. Also, I gave the brother like beady eyes, like his sister, because they both wear glasses. And my Canon, worst nymphs have very like bulbous nose. So they have like kind of like nose. They kind of have like goblins and troll noses and four noses, but their noses are kind of like puffed out. called this. It's a very interesting word. It means like big or huge. Like if you have like bulbous nose. It's almost like I'm drinking boba. Like the boba drinks that I like to drink. Funny thing, my friend, she doesn't know that. I do. Because she doesn't like tapioca balls because of the texture of it. I heard you can like ask them to take out the tapioca balls if you don't want it.
I like it more with you. Whoever gave you
Yeah,
that. I didn't like it,
and then I put like because we go to this yogurt place at our mall. When we used to go to the yogurt place at our mall, not anymore. But when we used to, I would put boba on our yogurt because I like boba, and I put mochi on it. So she likes mochi, and I do too. There's the one thing you can agree on is mochi and stuff. And we would put, and I had to put sprinkles and gummy bears on it because she really likes those. She doesn't like cereal on her yogurt. Neither do I. It feels weird just putting cereal on frozen yogurt because it feels like soggy like unmilked cereal. And if you hear that thing, that's my notifications. I don't know. Something about yogurt and cereal doesn't sit well with me. It makes me uncomfortable just thinking about it. But anyway, so we always like put sprinkles, gummy bears, boba, and mochi on our one because we like this flavor. We like zebra. If you don't know what zebra is basically chocolate and vanilla just rolled together. So that's what zebra is. And that's something that I like because I always like your ice cream. It's one of my favorites. You can also do what I call like chocolate covered strawberry, which is basically like strawberry and chocolate soft serve ice cream or yogurt mixing together. But we went to another yogurt place in Boys Town in our city that had peanut butter yogurt, and I was like, can I put some peanut butter?" And she was okay with it because she was happy with it. And also, it was super hot that day, and I think because she was so tired out, like she didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, when I'm sweaty and tired, I don't care.
Like she really didn't care, and it was good. She ate half of it. Like she ate the whole thing and everything. Boys was like, "You want going your friend?" That's what we went. Or we went to the city and she got fried us.
I didn't even know, and then I was like, what?
And she felt happy that we were like part of the year. And I did feel happy though. But before like Pride Fest started, we actually were hungry, so we were deciding where to eat, and we found this really nice like local spot. We found this like really nice breakfast buffet thing, and of course I'll pay half our share just for when she had her money and stuff and everything like that and stuff because her parents kept nagging, her family kept nagging her to go get help and everything like that. It was difficult for her because she kept trying and trying and trying and trying. The only thing is that she kept backing out because she has a very bad case of anxiety and PTSD. So, yeah, but I've been to all of her appointments. I got her checked out by a licensed professional, and she's been she's been doing better. We had to give her a new because for some reason the person that we went to just went up and disappeared. Yeah. So so we go to this diner place and everything. Our friends ordered stuff and ordered stuff and everything like that. And I ordered chicken Caesar salad uh, for me because I wanted something light. What did you order? You ordered pancakes.
Yeah.
No, you didn't order pancakes. That was Angel. You ordered crepes.
I,
You ordered crepes because you saw they had new crepes on the menu with chocolate sauce on top and everything. And I ordered a salad because I wanted something light because, to be honest, I was feeling good that day. Because I remember telling you guys I felt a little bit nauseous because, if you don't know, my friends know this about me now that I don't do well in the heat and everything like that. The heat waves makes me very sick and stuff and everything like that. But I really wanted to go to Pride Fest, and it was like it was fun. It was a 2 day thing, and me and my friends were going and everything like that. So my friends and I were going, and we were having a whole show and everything.
I didn't even, like, I wasn't even thinking of pain. I was just standing there. I don't care. I was so distracted.
We saw
Yeah.
all one drag queens and everything like that. We saw the
We were happy we were so close.
yeah, we're like really in the front because we got like front rows.
Remember when we were gonna be stuck? You're like, oh no.
Yeah, we kept trying to find our way
You
because
don't want to be. So we were like,
especially I'm not like the only time I like push people around is when they like try to like when they try to harm me or my friends. But since this was just like a friendly event and everything, and this was all about it was about like peace, love, and acceptance with each other and everything like that. I didn't want to be rude. I was rude during like life because I really turned into like a war zone. No, it turns more to that.
it's like,
Because back in, I remember, I told you this, back in high school, back in 2014, back in 2014, I told you about the woman in, I think it was Texas. I think it was Texas. It was either one of the southern states. I told you about the woman who stabbed the man to get the last Xbox 360 for their kids for Christmas. And you and Eric were like, what? And I showed
she
you.
hit someone with something?
No, she stabbed somebody.
Ah, okay.
She
I was
stabbed.
like,
She stabbed the man to get the last
really, you would do that? It's not the end of the world. That isn't going to be the last Xbox that's going to be made.
I know, but it's like the cheapest like value of it. So people were like, I need it for my kids and everything like that. It's like that South Park episode where they had Black Friday, where that mom was like they made the mom look like a pro wrestler, like I'm going to destroy the kids if they go to ruin my kids' apart. And I'm like, this is like WWE just like SmackDown gone wild XXL. Yeah, it was like really bad, and I showed you guys the article, and you were like,
I was very disturbed.
what? You were like, what? And I was like, yeah. That was going on and everything like that. And I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. But yeah, I'm not, I'm not like a very big fan of Black Friday. I don't think people on Black Friday are big fans of them either. And now like so many people are kind of upset about like people buying stuff online. It is the safest way, but they're angry at it. They put out these sales and everything like that. Like no one's gonna buy them. And I'm like, that's a good thing because I don't want us to die. Clearly, if you don't want to die, then don't do Black Friday. Just go online or wait for a Cyber Monday. Just wait for Cyber Monday for the stuff to be like cheaper on Amazon. I'm waiting until Blue puts back a 200 marker set so I can buy them again. I actually never bought them, but I really want them because I just like the blue markers because they're way better and way cheaper. Really good brand. It's a good cheap alternative. There's other markers that are similar to that, like Pokemon and everything like that. If you don't know blue markers, there's like other brands. I can't remember the names of, but like other brands that I've always used blue markers. Imagine your father was like a god. Like imagine your father was like a Greek god.
But you can't even be there.
He like Christian Jackson. The Olympian. His dad loved him. Oh my god. Actually, all the Olympian kids' parents just loved him like asshole. The only one thing I have with the Percy Jackson movie is that the one of Hades and Persephone's Hades is actually not in Busan. In the actual Greek mythology, she actually there's two versions of events. Either he kidnapped her or she went willingly with him. And more people are believing that she went with him because they explain how Persephone wanted to be away from mother, away from like her being so overprotective for her. And it would. It had like her into his helicopter and all that stuff. So when she made it to Ace during out in the field, she actually can go with him, and he obliged because he fell in love with her because she was very beautiful. She was a very beautiful young lady. Like that. But I make a steak. Alright.
But I like that.
But yeah, I also tell in Greek mythology that Persephone does not have a very good relationship with her mother, but it also shows that she also doesn't have a very good relationship with Apollo. She does have a good relationship with Apollo's sister, Artemis. I think their story is a very old love story. It's much more older than like real love stories. Their love story is like a very original love story of like darkness meets light. So it's like basically life and death together as one. Everything like that. Because romance is a very metaphorical way of seeing it because if you think of it, Persephone is a fertility god, she's a fertility god of life. And Hades is not necessarily like a reaper, but he's like the king of the underworld, basically the king of like hell. But even though it's like hell meets life, it's just like life that's together for eternity. For eternal love. There's all these characters, and then I'm gonna mascots. Yeah, I actually have mascots up for my stuff and everything. I need to update my a lot of my things. I need to make a lot of things. Updates. What I'm gonna have to do, I procreate. I do got mascots. I got like 4 mascots. That's supposed to represent my character. I have a one of them is brand new because I just created him because I bought something from Squishables.com. Squishy knows it, but I'm going to be showing it on my Instagram when I get it because I'm going to be unboxing it on Instagram. I'm just be showing people what it is. But I actually got it because I actually told Squishy I want it. I literally went up to her and I said, I want it. I'm like, I'm getting it. I pre-ordered it, and now I gotta wait for the of like summer, and I'm like anticipating and being like, so they did confirm my order for it. They say if the order is not confirmed or anything, it's in my junk mail. And I have my order, and I was like, yes, it's happening. I'm very weird. I'm very like awkward and weird because I do live streams. I don't care. But like I was like, it's happening. It's going to arrive soon. It's a cute plushie, and I'm really happy to have it. I ordered it because I want to order it because it's something. So she's not have an obsession with it. She is not wrong. I do have an obsession with it. What you say? Mm-hmm. I think it's But yeah, the thing that I bought is like I wouldn't call it a very good obsession. I don't know where this obsession came from. With the thing I bought and everything because I'm not gonna say it because I'm gonna show it to surprise you what it is. I really she's like laughing at it. No, no, I have a name for him. I had actually thought. Oh, I do have a name for him. I do have a name for him. I just can't remember it. I put it on a piece of paper. Everything like that. Oh, so yeah, I have mascots and anything like that. Two of the mascots are twins, and they've been around for at least 1 year. One of the mascots is an old character of mine that had him since high school. I based him off one of my plushies that I got. It's a spider plushie, everything like that. Wait a minute, I have mascots. I forgot the clown because I don't want to remember him because I'm annoyed by him because I don't know why I created him. some reason, I grew an obsession with clowns because of you. I don't know. I grew an obsession with serial killer clowns in a way where I find them annoying. But yeah, I want to like punch them in the face. Like demon phantom clown, they want to punch you or kick you or send them shot. I don't know why. I think that with a human body, probably would.
And they're killers when they have children. You're a killer, you're type, you want children.
My dad was regular. He's like this. Especially the fucking shit stuff off. You're gonna wait for me again tomorrow. But you need to break up something. So what are you doing? Sucks.
But every time I start and I love my stuff and everything, it works for a while, but then when I log out and stuff, it doesn't want to open up again when I try to click it. And I only click it once and it doesn't want to open. And I'm like, this is why I open.
Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna put this picture in. She wants to block all my character eyebrows. But like, drawing them big, she wants the reason why I draw them big eyebrows is because I have eyebrows. Some people, your eyebrows are not that big. To me, they look thick. Some people, they may not, but to me, they look kind of thick. Okay, yeah, you get eyebrows, and now I'm going to go there. Because I have little lines again. Okay, here's your really weird line because it's not here. But I'm very big design. So these are characters. Yeah, the thing that I bought at Specials is very good, very small, and I'm like, it's shitty. I want to get a Mothman plushie, and I want to get Cthulhu plushie. I like the people, Eric, like, I remember Eric said, is that your dad? And I'm like, if Cthulhu is my father, then he is my father, and I am the immortal god of Cthulhu. It seems like people make like video games become Cthulhu, something like H.P. Lovecraft's like thing about Cthulhu and stuff. And I've seen a lot of people talking about H.P. Lovecraft. So I'm not listening. And the weird thing is that you can't tell what the horror is. You can't tell like what is the monster. The thing about the H.P. Lovecraft is basically to your interpretation of what the monster is. But I think that's a real horror, not because what H.P. Lovecraft like writing the unknown, like what is the future, the unknown monsters. Because I think that's what people fear most. They fear the unknown. They feel not knowing what is going on, what's happening to them. Because everyone is scared of viruses because it's something we don't know about. There's not like information about it. There's always information coming in and everything like that. I'm terrified of it. Everybody unknown. And let's just be human. And some feel there's something. I'm fixing my hair because my wedding my hair. So that's a good thing. Because my hair can be so annoying when it gets too long. I used to have really long hair back in high school. I think it's from. Let's see. Maybe I do. I don't really open tool side because I need something on it. I always have this problem where it glitches out sometimes, so I have to just close it and open it again. Okay, there we go. That was getting slow for a while. Okay, there we go. Now it's back. Now it's back. It does that sometimes. Sometimes you just gotta reset it and stuff and everything like that. Some programs just do that. So sometimes they just want to do that. Okay, that's way better. The reason why these two are like nice with one character, I mean, I'm like a really tall trans to male to female character. So, so yeah, I left in their height tall, but I like drawing tall women because I think tall women need to be drawn more often. Next to short men. Short men need to be drawn, tall women need to be drawn. They don't draw enough tall women and enough short men. Alright, he has different ears. She has different ears. Your ears go upwards. If you're a person who likes to wear pink, wear pink. Because I say this because I don't like the color pink, but if I see a person who can pull off better than I can, then do as you please. I can pull off certain colors. Certain colors don't look good at me. Certain colors look good more on my friend than it looks on me. Like she can wear pink better than I can. She can wear neutral, like neutral colors, like like browns, greens, and stuff better than I can. I look better in black, and I look better in black and like men's t-shirts, and I look better in feminine clothing some of the time. Sometimes I look good in the clothing, other times I just look like this because I'm not very good at working on my appearance. I'll be honest, I am not good at working my appearance at all. My appearance are like zero to none. I have zero idea what I'm doing with my look half the time, and other times I just throw on like my like baggy clothes. I throw on like baggy clothes. Like there's no end to it. Huh? Sure. I'm asking if I want my clothes on, and I do because it smells good. I can smell that. So that's the only problem I have now. I've got Taco Bell sauce. I can't have my food without my Taco Bell sauce, and I can't go to Taco Bell and those like. I try to like buy like a bottle of Taco Bell sauce at Walmart because they do sell that actually. They do sell like like the Taco Bell sauce at Walmart, but they were sold out because so many people took it. I'm like, I'm mad. Because she knows this because I tried looking everywhere in the hot sauce section, and then I went to the Latino section because they have like Hispanic food section, and then they have Asian food section. I went to the Hispanic section and no hot sauce. Everyone took the hot sauce. It's the end of the world. I like Taco Bell hot sauce. It's really good. I like the fire one. The fire one is my favorite. I do not like the Diablo one. The Diablo one, no, it burns my tongue so badly. I had the Diablo hot sauce one time and I regretted it. It burned. I like fire food, but I don't like very spicy food. My friend, she likes spicy food. I want to make sure this is working. Yeah, it's going good. It's going good. Wait, it's doing the thing again. Wait, read this on screen. Love Wally at work. Sorry, my internet shit. My internet always shit. My friend complained that my internet shit. Huh? Well, we're in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Funny thing is, the internet used to be in my room. She said found the side for you. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go get my food. And so is my friend. We're gonna go get our tostadas. She doesn't want to get out of her company. Okay, I'm back. I got food. I got tostadas. I got good food. Delicious food. My grandma makes it. I actually talked about this in my last live stream about the person who makes the best food. It's not your mom, it's your grandma. Because your mom learned how to cook from somewhere, and they learned it from the best, which is grandma. Grandma cooks the best, and she makes the best food. And everything like that. And my grandma, she makes good food. Oh! My friend forgot to put cheese on her tostadas. Mexican food is good. Funny thing is, my grandma knows how to cook Mexican and Puerto Rican food because my grandpa's Puerto Rican and she's Mexican. There's no saying in the Latin community that Puerto Ricans and Mexicans don't like each other.
I know.
Because remember what your brother said?
Yeah, because whenever said they had the person like person and he looked at the students and stuff, they didn't like him because he was like saying something like that. So I was like,
Until you met me! Because for some reason, all my friends thought I was white. reason is because I'm a pasty white Mexican and Puerto Rican person. There's a lot of Hispanic people that don't speak Spanish.
I know, but most of the people I know know Spanish.
I know have people who didn't know how to speak Spanish. And plus, the programs that my grandparents put me in were like very mixed programs. So there was like a bunch of like white kids and African American kids, and also like Hispanic kids, and like a lot of other kids from different countries. Because I was in the Boys and Girls Club program for preschool. I think pre-K. I think pre-K because that's where I went. Because that's where I met like a lot of people there. At least that's what it looks like in the pictures. When I went there when I was little. I was taking my charger and checking out if my computer's fully charged. Okay. Skin color is kind of like a gray skin color. Because I couldn't think of what skin color to give them for like Morrison's. So I was thinking like earthy, like rock color. So I was thinking like a gray kind of color for it, with like green little freckles and stuff like that. Because I was thinking earthy colors. Excuse me. Sorry for the munching noises. I'm just eating my food. So sorry about that. Then I need some eyeshadow for eyes. You okay? Drink some water. Okay, but get some water. Ugh. What?
Like, never mind. Then I'm watching
Oh,
but
okay.
I literally watched it.
Alright, George. My friend loves My Little Pony. No, I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm just saying you love My Little Pony. Huh? Yeah, because I can't hear you. I know you're a big fan. I can't hear you because of this fan in my ear. Because I have my two fans on me. If you hear air in the background, that's my fans. And one's hitting me in the ear, and all I can hear is like it makes it really weird because I can't hear anybody. It's like earmuffs. I never wore earmuffs as a kid. I wish I did because then my ears wouldn't have frostbites. Like in Chicago, we get really bad weather storm here. Like we get bad like winter storms and everything. Like it gets so cold outside that your face starts to feel like it's starting to develop frostbites. Because we should know because when my friend who died in the building of the school, my friend told me her face is melting. Right, Squishy? You told me your face was melting. Huh? Yeah, I was like, what's wrong? You're like, I'm melting. Yeah, it gets like really badly cold here. There we go. Nice and cooling. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. Alright, be careful.
Alright, Grandma.
My grandparents are going to go to my grandpa's doctor's appointment because the doctor has to check on him, make sure how his health is doing. Sorry, I don't talk a lot in this like I normally do because I'm just enjoying a nice quiet time of like. Someone just sent a message on here. Someone just getting slow. Um, so yeah, if I don't comment or anything, I'm doing it on my laptop. So I don't have like many Twitch streamers have like dual screening, so I don't have like dual screening. So I don't see like comments or anything. It's not like I'm reading or anything like that. I just can't see it. So yeah, so salon, yeah, salon. Again, if you see hear air noises and everything, my fans are on. My room is hot, but I have no windows in my room, and that's no joke. My friend knows I have no windows in my room. But I don't have any windows. figures aren't that even, but this is a sketch. It doesn't have to be perfect. The sketch doesn't have to be perfect. So any work doesn't have to be perfect. Because after 3 hours streaming, I still haven't given this character arms. Yeah, I've streamed for 3 hours, and yeah. Getting to a stream where I play nothing but I play Sims. It's really I have a Sim computer. Squishy, that was funny that they have two characters that are twins and they're brothers. She thought it was funny that they almost burned down their apartment building because the brothers are trying to cook something. And they're really bad at cooking. Both of them are. Because they burned down their apartment twice. And I'm like, damn it. I saw this artist on YouTube paint her whole floor as it's all the Sailor Moon character line, but with the original Sailor Moon character line, including like little but she talked about how she went to a different place and got some like her local Asian market and got some she with red bean ice cream. I'm like, that sounds so good. I want some of that. I like mochi. I also like matcha. I like green tea. She does not like green tea. She thinks it's gross. And she likes it in tea form. She doesn't like it as a flavor or like ice cream or something. You like it as a drink, but you don't like it as a flavor. It's just not because green tea can be strong and it's not for everybody. If people like green tea, they should like drink it. Okay, I got my gym top for a minute. Oh no. Oh, VS, don't not crash on me. That's the last thing I need. It's VS crashing on me. This character has very floof hair. She had my hair back when I had nails. I have very floof hair. Especially knows the because she tried to see my hair one time after I came back from gym high school because I still had a swimming pool. Which I didn't even do that or had a swimming pool. I was like, huh? So we had to learn how to swim. And being a big person, because I am a big person, being a big person and being self-conscious of your body, I felt very uncomfortable wearing a swimsuit. But the thing is, after I went swimming, my hair just went poof. And my friends looked at my hair and they're like, we didn't know you were going to do that. And I'm like, yeah, this is why I don't like my hair, because it gets all puffy and gets all tangly and gets all like, ugh. And stuff. And I'm like, I don't like it. And I told my friend, brush it. She's like, what? And I'm like, brush my hair. And she's like, okay. And then the brush got stuck in it. She's like, I'm going to have to pull it. And I'm like, just do it. And she pulls it. And she's like, I'm sorry. And she thought she was hurting it. And to be honest, I have worse things before. Especially when I came to brush my hair. Trust me, I had worse things done to my scalp. I had worse done to my scalp. That was not worse.
Yeah, but it's still so
I know you felt bad, but that wasn't the worst. You know what? I had a toy truck stuck in my hair when I was a kid. Like my brother's wheel. He thought it was funny to ram to to put my hair inside his toy car wheel, and my hair got stuck. It was really long, and my grandma had to cut it short. I'm gonna give my big ups a smile. I'll get that little freckly dot all over his face.